Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Kill the Mood podcast. We are here to talk to you about everything spooky dooky. There will be lots of true crime, but also just general mysteries. Some will be solved, and some will leave you hanging. We're just two girls putting the world to rights, but not really. We just like yapping. I'd also like to add that we are not professionals, just two ladies who apparently like the sound of their own voices enough to record them. We mean no offence in anything we say. We, like a huge percentage of the world, find all of this unfathomable. And this is just us in our own little way trying to make sense of the senseless. Without further ado.
I feel like I've been silent for so long.
You were just staring into the void.
Do I go now?
I thought I did that really well.
Yeah, you did.
I think it's because it's the first time I've actually been able to see it.
Yeah.
Because usually it's really far away and I'm like squinting.
Well, okay, we'll say what the case is in a minute. But we're just going to go straight into it because we've actually had a very successful day.
Yes.
We have fixed our 2 mic problem.
Yep.
So if it sounds shit, don't at us now.
We're getting there,
because,
okay?
Yeah. And like
one episode at a time.
We've been sharing a mic this whole time because in the first 2 episodes we had 2 mics, but we didn't realise that one of them wasn't on.
Do you know, like, our heads have just been like right next to each other. And now we can actually sit.
Yeah, we're sat like at least a centimetre further apart.
Yeah, we've been trying to sort it all out, and we've just got it all sorted out. So hopefully the background noise is gone.
Yeah.
The mics might be actually the same volume for both of us. And
we then shouldn't have to equalise or anything, so we won't sound like robots.
Yeah, I found out that the Gary Ridgway one was not my best work, but the Joanna Yates one apparently was my best work because I've only done 2. So
yeah.
Against all the odds. Yeah, it was good vibes. But what have we been up to?
We went to Bristol.
Yeah, we went to Bristol.
No, we didn't go to Motion.
But the whole night.
But the whole trip, we literally were like, and how far is that from Motion?
And we were one of the Ubers, we were just like, and how far is that from Motion? The guy was just like, what?
Why do you want to go to Motion?
Yeah, you had to be there. And then we were going past it, and I was like, guys, Motion's up there.
We literally went to see Kneecap.
Yeah.
And
did we see them?
We went to, we didn't see shit because they're too small. Only my boyfriend, who was over 6 foot, was the only one of us that actually saw anything. And then Amy went on his shoulders for a little bit, and she did see some.
Yeah, I got a whole view of all 3 of them. It was crazy.
She took us a video while she was up there, so the rest of us could see.
Yeah, and I was screaming the words. Yeah,
but we went to Kneecap, and we were like, where are we going to go? We're in Bristol. It's so exciting. We're going to go get food, and it's going to be amazing. And then we went to this one pub.
Yeah, I went to a gay bar.
We went to this gay bar. It was, and
it was like a Queen's pub.
It was a Queen's pub, yeah.
As opposed to a gay bar.
Because I don't want you to think it was like a proper
it wasn't fun.
Gay bar.
Yeah, it was, we absolutely loved it.
No, it was our favourite place
But it
ever.
wasn't like a clubby scene with all the gays. It was just like barely anyone in there.
Yeah. Nobody there, was like dead quiet. We got a couple of pints, and then we were like, shall we play a sneaky little game of Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah, and that's what we did for hours and hours.
We just got hammered and played Trivial Pursuit.
But it was such good fun.
To the point where like other people were joining in, like around the pub.
Yeah, and Pasindu's sister came as well for a bit and joined in, and then she left, and then like we were literally having so much fun that we were like, oh shucks, we have to go to the gig
now.
We have to go to the gig now. That was so fun. But yes, we did that. Tanisha moved house.
I did. We've got a new pod office.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it is beautiful, isn't it? We got ourselves a little, it's so gross, we got ourselves a little on-air sign from so when we were in Bristol, actually, and it's the cutest little sign. Yeah. Maybe we'll take a picture of the
setup,
the pod lounge for the Insta or the TikTok.
Love it.
I'm not sure.
It is super cute.
Yeah, so
we both got ill.
Yeah.
We were wiped out. You can actually hear in the Joanna Yates episode, you can hear my voice is going and going, and by the end I'm like every time you speak I'm coughing and like my voice is going, and the whole drive home I was like, I don't feel right, like I feel ill, and then it just went completely downhill, and then in turn I just gave that to Tanisha, and I basically gave it to everyone that we know.
Yeah, we like got to Bristol and I was literally like, oh, my nose won't stop running, and I just started like sneezing constantly, and I was like, Amy,
like 10 in a row, and I was like, I'm sorry girl, but we have to go out.
Yeah. So I just did it anyway. It was fine, we had a good time, but I was dying. That's all we've been up to. I feel like we haven't done this in ages, but it's because we've done so much. Like obviously Amy took over the editing and stuff of the pod. She filled her sort of days of like pod related research and editing and stuff. And then obviously I have just been moving and I'm still only half moved into this house.
Yeah. But it has been quite a hectic time, even though it's only been a couple of weeks. So yeah, that's us. How are you guys?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Wow, that sounds great.
Oh, that sounds difficult, man.
Now you have both options, however you answer.
Whichever you said, yeah. It goes to each way. Okay, so...
Yeah, let's get into it.
No.
Without further ado, this week's case is...
Barry Williams / Harry Street. So, I'm sure you've listened to all of them, hopefully.
Fingers crossed, otherwise you're fake fans.
If you've made it this far, yeah, then you probably listened to all of them, which means you know that I have a killer in the family.
Such a weird glitch.
Yeah.
This
And also-
network that we can be like, how cool
Yeah,
is that?
it's so cool. No, it's not cool. It's
Not cool.
It's mad. It's mad. Basically, this is Barry Williams. I'm going to go through the whole story, and then I also text my mum, because my mum, she's like, my Uncle Barry, but he wasn't actually an uncle. And I text her to be like, you got to tell me. You got to give me the lowdown.
To be fair, I don't know anything about this, and I was like, I don't want to know anything about this. But I was in Sainsbury's when your mum sent
the text.
But she sent it to our Instagram,
Yeah.
and I literally was like in the queue at Sainsbury's, and I just opened my phone and was like, what?
No,
the hell?
so my mum didn't send it to
Was
the
that someone
Instagram. It
else?
was me.
Oh, you sent it to yourself?
I sent
That
it
was
to myself
it.
on the Instagram.
But I was literally like, what is
Yeah.
this? Like, I was just briefly reading it, and I was like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
What is this message? And we hadn't really had the Instagram for very long as well, so I was absolutely baffled. But I was like, no, I've worked out what that is. Don't read it.
Don't read it, because everyone that knows me knows not the story. That's not true, but like knows. Like I think I mentioned it in the Yorkshire Ripper
pod
episode,
where he is.
Yeah. Where he was.
Shit. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but he's dead now.
Oh,
Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna get stuck into it.
let's
But it is.
We say
it's
stuck in,
fucking-
but we've been talking.
Yeah, we've been spent 10 minutes.
Let's just get stuck in right off the bat straight away.
It is a carnage story, and actually, because I've never researched it, I just know what my mum has told me. I just didn't really know the ins and outs, and it is a fucking wild one.
Really?
I don't know how long it's actually going to be, so there might be quite a lot of waffle, because every time we say that, it's literally like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, just before we were like, oh, we've only got like this amount of pages, so it might be a quick one. And then we both just stopped and looked at each other and was like,
Yeah, good one. The Joanna Yates one that was like, you were like, this is going to be such a short one. It was so fucking long in the end because we wouldn't stop talking.
whoopsies.
Yeah. Anyway, so in my notes, basically, the way I've started it is by saying, is that the articles I was reading about him, they don't actually know a lot about him himself.
Okay.
So there's no, when you normally read about serial killers and stuff, they're like, they grew up in an abusive household.
Yeah.
I don't know fucking shit about his parents. I know their names. I think I say them later, but that's kind of it.
And is that from your mom?
No, actually, do you know what? I haven't even reread the message from my mum when I was doing my notes, because I thought, I'm just gonna read it on the pod, and then I wanted to read it in all, probably in my mum's accent. Sorry, Mum, love you.
That is all for dramatic effect.
Yeah, so I'll do that in a bit, because she definitely said some funny things. I swear she started it with, oh, Barbie used to buy us sweets.
I'm so excited for this creepy bedtime story time.
It's such a shame.
It's our creepiness, Birmingham style.
Yeah, so basically I started it by saying, I don't think that they know a lot about him, so there isn't a huge amount. There's a bit about his background that sort of pertain to what happened, but there's not a huge about, like, him growing up and, like, what his family life was like and all of that. But also, what they didn't know was his birthday.
Oh.
They know what year he was born, but not his actual date of birth. And I could have probably texted my mum, but I was like, she probably won't remember what his birthday was.
she might remember what month. But...
Yeah. So basically, they don't actually know how old he was when he died.
Oh my gosh.
They
so
think
it's like one of the lesser known.
It sounds a bit wild, but like a guy who went on a spree in a singular day, might add, in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's huge news. It would have been at the time, but not down the line.
Not when there's as many people as there are out there in the true crime world.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if anyone listening to this has heard of this. Yeah. So He lived in West Bromwich, West Midlands, with his elderly parents, Hilda and Horace. Fucking love that.
What the frick?
Yeah, and they owned
he
and
would-
ran. Horace, Hilda and Horace. It does sound like a fairy
Live
tale.
in a shoe. In Birmingham.
Yeah, probably.
In a gully.
In the gully. They've gambled down one too many gullies and end up in a shoe. Yeah, and they owned and ran a metal polishing business in Birmingham. Any old scrap metal.
I always do that to my mum at the minute as well. Like, anytime she's like, "When are we gonna get rid of this microwave?" I'm like, "Any old scrap."
Did we have this conversation? Is that where it came from?
Apparently, my mum always goes to Wolverhampton to stay with her bestie, Julie.
Yeah.
And we call her Schoolie Julie, but Schoolie Julie. And there is still someone that comes
No,
round.
there is.
Yeah.
The last time I went home, the scrap iron man went past the house and I had to be like to Tom, see? I was like, I'm not living in a different realm.
Literally, like, that's not true. And even if that is true, that must have been like the year you were born.
It's like, no, the scrap iron man has a jingle. And I think, depending on where you live in Birmingham, the jingle's like a little bit different.
Yeah.
But they all have a fucking jingle.
The day that I hear it for myself when I'm in Wolverhampton,
Yeah.
I am going to live.
But the way I remember it is any old scrap iron.
And I always do it to my mum. And then she does like a slightly different one that I assume is the Wolverhampton style
But then
one.
I haven't lived there for 10 years, so I could be misremembered. Yeah, there you go, guys. The scrap iron man in Birmingham has a jingle. And also, everyone's the fucking scrap iron man.
Just a man that comes and takes your metal.
Takes your metal away.
So rogue. It's the best thing. Like, anytime I hear an ice cream van, I'm like, any old scrap iron. I can't believe I got that wrong. That was about to be perfect.
Yeah, so they owned and ran a metal polishing business in Birmingham. At the time of all of this, he was unmarried and was employed as a foundry worker, which just means someone who melts and casts metal.
Wow.
So maybe he worked for his parents. Barry was a gun fanatic and he had valid licenses that allowed him to have a semi-automatic weapon.
Okay.
So I think it was like he had a license for a singular semi-automatic weapon. Don't ask me what that is. I guess a weapon that's semi-automatic.
It only half works.
Yeah, it's only automatic some of the time.
It only goes off by itself every so often.
Every now and then. That was his defence, actually.
It was actually on semi-automatic, so it was just doing the same thing.
So then I wrote, basically, Dunblane, which is seen as the defining incident that defined the way that UK gun laws changed. Didn't happen until 1996. And this took place in 1978.
Okay, yeah. So it's fair. It's
Not
not that big of a deal. He's
not
probably
that
just hunting
weird.
and things like that.
Yeah, not that weird for him to have had a gun license.
Yeah. Everyone's packing around here.
Yeah. Farmers mums.
Everyone and their mum's packing around here. That kind of vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And then I said, so there's obviously the laws were a bit lax back then.
Yeah.
And for anyone who doesn't know what Dunblane is, it was a primary school massacre in Scotland. So I'm sure we'll do it at some point.
Yeah.
So he was actually a part of a few different gun clubs. And he used the guns like in sport for shooting at targets. But basically, he was booted out of one of the gun clubs because he was known to modify his bullets to make them more powerful. And
more powerful? What the hell?
What possesses someone to look at a bullet and go, not powerful enough?
Yeah, that's not quick enough.
Sorry, that didn't tear through something quick enough.
That is horrifying.
Yeah. And he also liked to dress up dummies in wigs and shoot them.
Oh dear.
Which is not a great
That's
start.
a red flag right there.
So at this time, during the sort of mid-1970s, he had basically been involved in lots of disputes with his neighbours, and they were called the Burkitt family. He basically said that the noise of their TV and their record player would disturb him and his parents.
Even though he's got a fucking gun that he's modified.
Right. You're shooting dummies in the back garden and you're like, excuse me, turn that fucking TV down.
Get that Ella Fitzgerald
down
to minimum volume, please. She's doing my head in. What?
Yeah.
The cheek.
Honestly, I was about to say something then and I was like, no, I can't say it yet because we've got to talk about it later.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about all this later because I think there's so much to unpack with this story because obviously everything happens like really quick succession. So I'll tell you the timeline and then we'll just talk about generally how fucked this whole thing is. Anyway, so he was booted out of the gun club because of those things. And that was one because I think he was a part of quite a few. He also was of the belief that his neighbours were mocking him. To be fair, they probably were. Like, fucking turn down the TV, is it?
Yeah, literally. And then they see like a dummy with a wig on in the garden that's just like like shots in it, and they're just like, "What is this guy?"
What is
like,
this? Yeah, you'd literally be like, "That is a weird, creepy man." That
also,
lives next
if
door.
I'm not being funny, if my neighbour came around and said, "Can you turn the noise down, please?" I would literally be like, "Time to mock the shit out of
Oh
you."
yeah, want me to turn it down, do you?
Oh, what is this turning it down? I feel like it's not turning it down. Like literally, just be like, I don't know. It just it makes sense. That they probably were
so dumb. Like it's so dumb.
Or he was just very sensitive.
Yeah, or mentally ill.
Yeah.
Which
like the fact that
we'll
maybe
see how we feel at the end of this.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is a time where he apparently told one of the Burkitt kids, the son, "I'm going to exterminate you." So already...
Exterminate?
Yeah.
Like a Dalek?
Like a fucking Dalek. Yeah.
That is actually quite terrifying though, because like...
If somebody said that to me, I'd be like, you live next door to them as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about that.
Okay.
Now...
I'll tell you all about that. Right.
Now we're going to the evening of the 26th of October, 1978.
Okay.
It's around 7 p.m. George Burkitt and his 20-year-old son, Philip, are working on Philip's car in front of the house. 17-year-old Jill, the daughter, is sat in the lounge with her mother, Iris, just like any other night. And Jill says that her mum was knitting.
Okay.
So they're just like having a chill. She was doing some college work, I think. And they're just having a chill night. It's any other night. It's 7 p.m. They're just doing bits and bobs. Barry Williams is sat in his parents' home listening to George and Philip outside. At around 7:10 p.m, he walks down his neighbour's path and fires a pistol at the two men.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What? So he's just riling himself up.
Oh, he's out there. I can hear them. I can fucking hear them.
At 7, at 7:10
in the evening.
Get that grip.
Yeah,
my friend.
I don't even know what day of the week this is, but
let's find out.
I bet it's like a fucking Thursday or some shit.
Remind me of the date. 26th
of October 1978.
It's a Thursday.
Oh my god, what fucking guess?
Yeah, that is so weird of you.
That is weird. Am I psychic?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was born on a Thursday, I think.
Oh, I was born on a Monday, I'm pretty sure. Which is a bit fucking sad.
Yeah, I feel like that tracks for you though, because it's like...
That's the rudest thing you've ever said to me.
Not as a Monday.
I look like I'm born on a Monday.
I love a Monday.
You could call me a bitch and I'd be happier.
Let's restart. I love a Monday.
Okay.
Because it's like a fresh start to the week. Like...
It's the worst day. It's the worst day.
I'm like...
Actually, I hate Wednesdays.
Yeah, what the fuck is a Wednesday?
Yeah, I hate
That's the
Wednesday.
point.
It's like, it's too far from the end of the... There's no
podcast
end of the
release
week.
day now.
Yeah, it is.
That's
God,
why
we
it's
love a
day.
Wednesday.
We love Wednesdays. Best day ever.
Yeah.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. That's weird because we do have people that actually follow this and listen every week.
Also, we're making an assumption that you actually are listening to it on the day that it comes out, which you should be.
Yeah, but you should be.
Yeah.
You should be listening to it at 5:30 in the morning when it was
5:30 a.m, baby girls.
You should be up and ready. I just mean that... I don't know, you give off like put togetherness. And for me, a Monday is get your shit together. And you've got your shit together. Like, in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Compared to me.
I'm not sure about that either.
I don't know. I just feel like Monday, I'm like, right, strength, start the week, strong vibes. And
I get it.
Strong vibes.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Thursdays where it all starts to go wrong, and that's when I was born.
You're just letting it go. It's almost the end of the week. Just leave me alone. So they're outside, he's listening to them. 7:10, he walks down his neighbour's path, he fires a pistol at the two men. George, the dad, was shot in the head and died where he fell.
Oh,
yeah,
so
which
horrifying.
Is horrible. However, his son Philip was shot in the arm. So he runs into the house shouting that Williams had shot him and his father.
Yeah. Oh god, so we had to see that.
Yeah, it gets so much worse. So much worse. When he runs into the house, And this is in her own words. Jill explained that she and her mother jumped up and then ran towards the front door to go and check on the dad, because they know that Philip's been shot and he's ran into the house, and like obviously he's not fatally wounded.
He's not going to be like, and he's completely dead because he was shot in the head. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you also might not know.
Yeah, he's going to be like, he's just been shot. Go. You're not just going to be like, oh, if that was a shot to the head, he must be dead. Let's leave him to it.
Also, who's processing anything that quickly?
You're just probably what the heck.
Yeah, which is fucking wild. 1 minute you were outside having a chat with your dad working on the car, and the next minute he's dead in the driveway.
So horrifying.
So he runs into the house. They jump up and they run towards the front door. Jill is in front at the door, and her mum is just behind her with a phone in hand, about to call the police. However, Williams enters their home through the back door.
Oh my God.
As they're running to go outside, and he opens fire at the two women.
Jesus.
I think I read different things, but basically Jill survives, and I listened to her account, and I swear she said he shot her 4 times in the body, once in the thigh and twice in the arm.
Oh my God, and she survived.
Yeah, and she survived.
After watching her whole family get shot as well.
Yes, and obviously her mother is just behind her. Her mum gets shot, and I don't think she dies instantly, because in Jill's account, when she's on the floor, she hears her mum take her last breath.
Oh, God.
Yeah. At this point...
Yeah, because also, like, the dad dying straight away out the front, like, we say that's horrible.
Yeah.
But then there's someone slowly dying and someone else hearing it, and it's just, there's every kind of horrible in that.
Yeah, it's literally. And then also what comes next is, like, Williams goes into the house, and Jill says that she thinks her brother was hiding behind the sofa, and he finds her brother and he shoots him.
Oh my God, so scary.
So
he's someone that's been shot like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
All you can do is just decipher, like, just to gather what you can hear and what you can sense.
She was like, you're just trying to keep breathing, that's it. And she was like, and I think I blacked out for a bit, but like eventually she manages to get herself out towards the driveway and could see that there's like loads of people gathering outside her house. But before that happens, Judith and Joe Chambers and their daughter, I think, but I only saw their daughter in one account, but I'm not sure. They're a neighbour of...
Yes, okay.
Of, this is, I think it's called like Andrew Road, where they all were.
Okay.
In West Brom. And basically, they hear what they think is a car backfiring.
Okay.
So, being like a bit nosy neighboury, they go out. I think they go out their front door to have a look, and Williams just fucking opens fire on them.
Oh my God.
So opens fire on them 3, and they're shot a couple of times, but all 3 of them survive.
Holy moose! This is so many people already.
Yeah. So that's it. So he is now discharged 23 rounds before leaving the scene in his green Ford Capri.
Yeah.
And shooting as he fled.
Oh my God.
So do you remember what time that was?
7:10.
Yeah. So 7:15.
He's done. That is all in 5 minutes, and he drives off.
But yeah, and then...
Fuck.
Yeah, 7:15 is when he's driving off from the scene.
I've never even shot one bullet out of one gun, and he shot 23 in 5 minutes.
He shot 7 people in that time. Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah. How insane.
Crazy.
In 5 minutes.
Goodness me.
Also,
it's just someone that's been waiting to do it.
Yeah.
And then done it once and just literally lost it.
There was another account that I saw that said someone saw him throw a homemade bomb. But at some point during this whole thing. But
what's his mum and dad?
It didn't explode. So I read an article, and it was just one, but I'm pretty sure, or was it something I watched? I can't remember. One of the policemen said that they arrived to the scene and they went into the Williams house, and his parents were just in the lounge watching the TV and had not realised anything that was going on.
What the fruitcake?
Despite...
Sounds like they might be the ones with the loud television, my friends.
Right?
Not the friggin' neighbours.
Are you fucking kidding?
And he's making a bomb under their roof, and they're just like,
Yeah.
What are you doing, hon?
I have no answers for you. I have so little information about his parents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah, my grandparents. I do not know these people.
Not related to them.
I also never met him.
Yeah.
Like, not once in my life.
That is wild, isn't it?
Yeah. So 7:15 p.m. He is driving off. He then shoots at 2 boys aged 10 and 11 who are playing football, and at a woman, but he missed them all.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't hit anybody. They're all okay. He then starts driving through the streets and he shoots through windows of a barber shop and 2 houses. And in that house, there was a 9-year-old girl and is hurt by flying glass, but isn't hit by a bullet. So she is injured.
And this just shows that he has no fear, no apprehension.
This is why it's classified as a spree.
But in actually shooting the gun, he's so comfortable with shooting a gun because he's always had one and he's had a license and he goes to gun clubs and he shoots things in his garden and whatnot.
Yeah.
That actually killing someone is a big deal, but to him, it's not. It's just shooting a gun, which he's done 1,000 times before, which is why he's driving along shooting willy-nilly because it's just bang. Yeah. If someone handed me a gun, I'd be terrified to shoot it because I've never held one. Yeah. Oh God, and that's why he's just who's driving and shooting out the window without a care in the world?
It is just fucking insane, isn't it?
And also not going after someone specific and not waiting to see if you've hurt someone or if he's just doing it because he just is, let's just kill as many people as I can. Yeah. If I haven't killed them and I've missed, who gives a shit?
Who cares?
I'll just keep driving. Wow.
Because I also think he's obviously shooting to kill, but like
the carelessness in did I hit her?
Well, the Burkett family, it felt like he was trying to annihilate them. But everybody else, he's just fucking shooting.
Yeah.
He's
just
shooting.
I've just shot these 4 people that were pissing me off because they were too loud.
Yeah.
What's another few more now? Might as well just go off and send it.
Yeah.
But that is because of how comfortable he is with a gun in the first place. That he's just like, I'll just wind down my window and just
start going.
Keep going, yeah. Oh, so bad.
It is wild, isn't it? Yeah. Like, how do you even get that comfortable with guns as well? You forget that they're just weapons, and
I'm so glad that we terrifying. Can't have them here.
He then stopped for a petrol in Warsaw and just drove off without paying. What are you doing? Yeah, fair enough, because you've already committed a few crimes. You may as well steal some fucking petrol.
Yeah.
But why?
If you're driving off, it implies that you don't want to be at the crime scene anymore because so technically you're on the run. And this is the same with Joanna Dennehy and Stretch. Then they just go and steal a camera and go and steal some stuff.
And start doing their fucking montage moment.
Yeah. And who was it that had loads of money in their car but still stole?
Robert Durst.
Yeah.
Stole a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, and you're like, are you alright?
Yeah.
You could have just paid for that.
Had like 30k on it.
Yeah, we're in cash as well, so it's not even traceable in that quickly. Yeah. Is stealing just not that big of a deal anymore?
Yeah, because you've already committed like the pinnacle of crime.
So insane. Just, I don't know, maybe, it is just, he's accepting I'm not on the run, I'm not trying to get away. I'm just going off,
I'm just doing my own thing.
I've killed the people I wanted to kill.
Yeah.
Might as well go kill some more and steal some fuel while I'm
at. Yeah, literally.
Absolutely crazy.
He's just on a fucking mad one. For some reason. Yeah, anyway. So then at around 8:10 p.m, so about an hour later, I guess he's just like driving around and doing whatever he's doing. He goes to a service station in Nuneaton and he walks up to the kiosk.
Yeah.
Fires into the kiosk and he kills a married couple, which is Mikhail, I think his name is pronounced, and Lisa Di Maria. Lisa was killed immediately, but Mikhail was died later on in hospital from his injuries. And they were just a little lovely Italian couple who were looking after the service station and they weren't doing nothing. And he just fucking shot for no fucking reason.
And literally just complete strangers.
Absolute psychopath.
So bad.
Yeah, so he does that. And then the police are looking for him overnight, but he completely manages to evade them. And what he ends up doing is he just sleeps rough in the woods. Because why
with the
not?
Leaves as a
blanket. He's returning to nature. Because he's obviously trying not to get caught. Which, this is the argument as well with him. You're a bit like, okay, later on we'll talk about what is going on with him mentally.
Yes.
But you've got the wherewithal to know that you're trying to hide That you can't go back.
Yeah.
You can't go back to your parents' house and watch TV with them because you will get caught and you will go to prison.
So the argument potentially is that he's not trying to not get caught, but he would like to keep killing people.
Potentially.
For as long as he can.
Yeah.
But he is aware that he's going to get caught.
Yeah, that he's at some point he's going to go to prison for.
Or maybe he just is not aware and he's
just
like...
wants to sleep outside. Could be.
I just want to be at one with nature after all my killing for the day.
And then I put, he sleeps rough in the woods, don't know where, so I'm going to go with the Licky Hills. And then I put, that one's for all you brummies out there. But it's not, and then I wrote, it wasn't Licky Hills, because I obviously read the next line of whatever it was I was reading. Because the next day, so I think this was the 26th, I said?
I think so, the 27th.
27th morning. So the 27th or it's the 28th, I'm not sure. The next morning after this has all happened, his car, the Ford Capri, was spotted on the Derbyshire moors.
Okay.
Which then, so basically his car was spotted, somebody said, he's over there.
Yeah.
Then there was a 30-mile long high-speed chase between him and the police.
That is fun.
Yeah. And the whole chase ended in Buxton, and I put, like the water? And that was a question, because I was supposed to answer it. But yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I assume so.
Where
very
the police...
rogue if it wasn't.
Yeah, surely. Like...
Unless Buxton Water is named after Adam Buxton.
Adam Buxton.
The only other Buxton.
And the place is named after Buxton too.
Yeah.
We love him.
Love
we love
you.
him so much.
Love you like he's listening.
Yeah, like you'd ever listen to this. Yeah, it ends in Buxton where the police ram his car.
Oh.
So William does pull a gun, but doesn't fire. But while he's like in this little standoff with the police, he attempts to steal one of the police cars.
Yeah.
That had been involved in the chase to get away. But
Do you
the
think
police...
he's holding up a gun and threatening them and saying, I'm
Yeah,
going
but
to
he's
get in
not
the
shooting
police
it.
car? He's saying, let me into the police car, otherwise I'll shoot. Or is he just trying to like duck under their arms and run into the police car?
Yeah, he's just, I don't know. I'm not sure which one he's going with.
Yeah,
he's just
this sounds
decided,
like he's
I'm
just
gonna try
like,
and
I don't
follow
know
him.
what's happening. Fuck it.
What's going on? Let's do whatever. And he's
Fuck
like,
it,
oh, I
fuck
can't shoot
it.
the police.
Yeah.
Because that's the police.
There's laws in place for that. Yeah, I don't know where this guy's head's at.
Yeah, he is fucking carnage.
A 30-mile long police chase, though.
Yeah. It ends in your car being rammed and you pulling a gun and trying to fucking steal a police car.
Also, how many people that has witnessed that car chase, like random people in the public, just being like, whoa, look at that.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a car chase? I don't think I have.
No, I don't even think I've heard of a car chase happening, like, anywhere near me.
My dad used to be in loads of them because he was a policeman in the 70s.
What, is that a constant thing? They're just in constant
All
car
the time.
chases?
He'd be like, we do a car chase and then we go pub and then we do another one in the afternoon.
Fucking hell. That sounds great.
But that's why he's like an incredible driver. Like he'll fit through, like he won't drive fast, like he's quite a sensible driver, but like sometimes I'll be like, what gap are we getting through? Or he'll just reverse into the most craziest space and I'll be like, oh yeah,
so
you had to like
experience.
Yeah, you had to do this at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, that's
It's on the streets of Liverpool. So fun.
So they overpower him and they arrest him. And then in his car, they find 147 9mm and 770 22mm rounds.
When you first started saying the number, I was like, guns? And then I was like, no, you're going to say bullets.
Yeah,
that's fine.
bullets.
For a sec, I was like, where the freak were they fitted in there?
Yeah, they find the 22 caliber pistol and several homemade bombs.
Oh my God, I don't like that.
What's mad to me is that at any point, because he was like out for a whole fucking night after he murdered those people.
Yeah.
At any point, he could have just decided to start fucking
Also,
whipping bombs.
in a car chase, why are you not throwing a bomb out the window?
I'm not sure this man has any sort of
But
thought
also,
process.
something else that I just have to add. If I had homemade a bomb, I would be nowhere fucking near that bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust the furniture I build, let alone a fucking homemade bomb.
Literally, literally go, I can't trust myself next to my candle. Like, you think I'm at there, like, deciphering how to make a bomb and then chucking it in my car and then driving around.
And just driving around
in
with
a
it.
car chase.
Yeah.
I'd be like, when it rounds into the back of the car, why didn't
it says
7
high
bombs...
speed? He's obviously not very good at making bombs because none of them have gone off.
Yeah.
Would be my assumption. Is I'm not even
he's really good at making them and there's only a specific way
Yeah, he has to
I
fucking...
would be no chance. If I made...
I don't know why I chose to do that. I did this weird action. You chose to bucking, and then I just made a gesture like I was sticking my finger up the arse of the bomb, maybe.
You were like doing like a lever that you
Yeah,
pull out
I
the
don't
bomb.
know. It was an interesting choice. We don't know nothing about no fucking bombs.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He was charged with 5 counts of murder, and then 2 counts of attempted murder were ordered to lie on his file, which I didn't know what that meant, so I had to look it up. It means there is plenty of evidence, basically, to prove that you committed this crime, but they essentially aren't going to charge you with it. But they could at a later date.
And I was like, just in case he's gonna get out,
why not?
Or something.
Wow,
like, hell no.
Yeah, yeah. So you could guess. I guess you could get him.
Sorry, yes.
Give him more time.
If he's, or if some evidence came forward that proved whatever he's in there for was inconclusive, they could be like, he's also done this thing, even though there never would be because there's.
Yeah. Also, I think like
loads of people.
The attempted murders, like. They're obviously alive, so they can just be like, yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
So you have, it's not about evidence.
Maybe he's already going away for, because this was the case before with
Levi Belfield?
Yeah, it was with Levi Belfield, where he had too many
convictions
that they were just like,
there's no point.
Another trial, another conviction is pointless at this point because he's not getting out. But just know that we know that he did that.
He's charged. And then in March 1979, he pleads not guilty to murder. Sorry, but it does make sense that he pleads not guilty because he instead pleads guilty to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility, which is the insanity defence. Which
they were actually too loud, so it's manslaughter because it was
my head. It's that argument. That's not obviously the argument. But if that was the argument, this sensory overload. If that was the argument, that's the equivalent of when people make the gay defence. So there's a lot of people have got off for killing people by being like they of the same sex they tried to come on to me, and that's seen as an actual fucking defence, which is so ridiculous. So he pleads guilty to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. They accept this plea, and they do this because psychologists that had spoken to him and tested him had said, this man was in a state of psychosis when he committed the murders.
Okay.
So he is given an indefinite sentence and sent to Broadmoor High Security Facility. Okay, we just had a mini little break.
Small break.
I love it when you do that. And I leave it in when you do that because it's just that. Yeah, we thought we'd just do a little check the audio, make sure that it's been recording.
I think we got it.
I think we've done it.
I think she's a...
Okay, so where we left off, it was he was given an indefinite sentence and sent to Broadmoor High Security Facility.
Yes.
So this is when we talked about in the Yorkshire Ripper case.
Yes.
Because the Yorkshire Ripper was sent to Broadmoor in...
the 70s.
I think it was... the 80s.
Was it? So they would have passed When Worlds Collide.
He was also in there at the same time as Ronnie Cray. So, yeah.
It says he was caught in 81.
Oh, no, but he didn't go to Broadmoor in 81 because he did maybe a year or two in prison before he was sent to Broadmoor.
In 1984, he went there.
84.
He was there for 32 years.
Barry was actually there at the same time as Ronnie Cray and Peter Sutcliffe. I read something.
Campfire stories going on in that fucking
right. But I want to know something interesting that I also read, but like really briefly when I was doing the Yorkshire Ripper one, is that there might have been some like relationship between Jimmy Savile and Peter Sutcliffe.
What?
And Jimmy Savile was known to be at Broadmoor.
Yeah.
In his height, we all know what
Yeah.
kind of shit he got up to. Which means Barry would have been there at the same time as
God,
Jimmy
all
Savile.
these massive names.
Fucking
but
horrible,
in such
innit?
horrible ways.
Yeah.
Like the worst dinner party.
Yeah, oh my God. Do you imagine being in that room? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
While he is in Broadmoor, he is treated for schizophrenia. So that is what's happening. He's in psychosis.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And obviously that is not us saying that everyone
it's all fine. Don't worry,
could
mate.
be a spree killer, but it does, if unmedicated and unchecked, you could understand how he would think, one, that they're mocking him, and two, that the TV was too loud because it's in his fucking head.
Yeah, and trying to understand why someone would react
Yes.
that extremely to something by going out and shooting 7 or 8 people just in one go because you're thinking people are talking about you or the voices on the TV are too loud and stuff. As 2 people without schizophrenia, we cannot understand how.
My God,
but to him,
what that was
could
like.
could tip someone over the edge, unmedicated.
Yeah.
It's not fine, but like.
No.
It tracks.
But it makes sense as to why they decided to go with the manslaughter due to diminished...
and the fact that his plea for insanity made sense because it wasn't calculated. He literally... He snapped. He open fired and then he slept in the woods and then went and... and then was in a crazy car chase and then they were probably just... Every encounter they had with him, they were just like...
Yeah.
This guy isn't making any sense. There's no tactical play here. He hasn't looked into who he's going to attack. Yes, his neighbours, but that was a final straw situation. He's just been shut up, you're too loud.
Yeah. Not even, and no, because he's in psychosis, no acknowledgement for the fact that the neighbours aren't actually too loud. They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You have just fixated on them and what they're doing, and you need help.
Yeah. And it is probably like the noise in his head is too loud and that's what needs to stop.
Yeah.
But they were just in the way, I guess. They were just the collateral damage of his episode that he hadn't got the right help for. But how would he have got it without it being something as drastic?
Yeah.
Because clearly it just sounds like he was just...
Well, it feels that also it probably wasn't an unknown thing in the 70s to just ignore it.
Yeah.
It seems
especially
a bit like
if his mum and dad are like...
Yeah. Like how you have to know that there's something going on with him. That behaviour's not normal.
My son that I have.
My
son. If he was living at home as an adult and he was shooting dolls in the garden...
Yeah. We've just made an assumption that he does in the garden, to be fair. He might just do it at the gun club. But...
Oh, yeah, true.
But that's how I see it.
Yeah, and the fact that they're like, oh, I didn't even notice anything was going on. And
but he's like making
bombs.
homemade bombs and modifying bullets and stuff. Like, how do you not know about that in your own house?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It just doesn't sound like they're very...
Playing quite oblivious.
Yeah. But I agree. I think that schizophrenia and other mental illnesses had gone and treated under the radar back in the day.
So, in 1994, after 16 years in the facility, he is released. And it was decided that he was no longer a risk to the public.
It's cray-cray. How can you say that? To be fair, I'm not saying it's fast, it's absolutely not. But once he gets in there and they're like, you've got schizophrenia, let's medicate this, let's get you a therapist, let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
That's the validation, isn't it? It's being like, we've got him under control now. Yeah. However,
he's in a secure facility. Like
16 years.
Of course he's under control.
Yeah.
Like, you keep him medicated, you keep him taking his medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say he gets out, he's fuck that.
Yeah. There's not to say that actually there wasn't a time where he was doing better.
Yeah.
Or that he couldn't have done better. But that, unfortunately, is not how this ends.
No.
So there was actually a condition that he could be detained again at any point if his behaviour warranted it. So he was not free.
So he's released out, but on like surveillance.
It's conditional. Yeah, it's conditional. How surveillance? Interesting you would say that. Because on release, he actually changes his name to Harry Street. Which
and
I
they're
remember
like, sure.
My mum always telling me his name was Barry, and she was like, he changed his name to something stupid like Harry. Like they'd never find him. But they didn't. He changes his name.
They didn't
to
surveil
Harry
him very
Street.
good if he just went straight down to Depot and changed his name.
And initially, he is allowed to live 6 miles away from where he committed his crimes.
Wow.
From Jill. may I add,
Wow.
who has lost
Yeah.
her entire family and is now figuring out how to do life on her own, has these crazy traumatic injuries.
And 16 years is literally nothing, bro.
Nothing. Nothing.
That is so bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So eventually he just decides to move to Wales. I think there was some uproar in the community when
Where
they
they
sort
were
of
like,
cottoned on who
yeah,
he was
we know who you
and
are.
about how close he was.
Yeah. It's not been a long enough amount of time for you to have a fresh start in the same area that you'd done that.
No, you can't be there. You just can't be there. So, yeah, he moves to Wales. He gets married in 1996.
He goes back in time.
He has a child the same year, which means he has a kid who is the same age as me.
Wow.
Yeah, a year older than me, but
yeah.
Yeah. So then...
So by all accounts, living a pretty bog standard life.
Yes.
However, they can't survey him. Because
I guess they had been to some degree when he was living in Birmingham, but when he changed his name and moved to Wales,
it's
like they just forgot about him. Yeah. So in 2005, he moves back to Birmingham, to Hall Green. He moves there with his family as well. The whole family go with him. And I think he might have been living in and around the area for a while. And then in the sort of early 2010s, maybe more, I should have wrote this down actually, but I think it's probably like 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. He moves into another property in Hall Green.
Yeah.
And this is where comes in nightmare neighbours next door.
Yeah.
So I literally remember my mum telling me about this episode coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was years and years ago because I still lived at home and I'd moved to uni. Anyway, me and my mum sat down and watched this episode.
Yeah.
And then last night, was like, I wrote my notes and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to watch the episode. So basically, what happens is he moves into this property in Hall Green. He has this family, 2 parents and a son, who live in the house next door. Starts off quite nice, first interaction not so bad. His wife is lovely, really chatty, like really nice, and they have a daughter of their own. Barry Williams. And Harry Street.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Harry Street currently.
And then it starts to devolve really quickly. So he starts calling the police, saying they're making too much noise.
Guys, check if he's on his meds right now.
They've got noise complaints, and then he starts doing things like drilled into their wall and put a steel rod in there and starts banging it to wake them up at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh my God, crazy.
And it gets to the point where the family's quite scared of him. He's a bit weird. The dad is confronting him quite a lot, and it's getting sometimes quite heated. And then decides, I think it's after 5 or 6 years of dealing with this.
Wow, that's
barely sleeping and stuff, doing all of this. They leave and go and stay with the dad of the family. They go and stay with his dad.
Yeah.
So they're away. And fucking Harry finds them.
Oh my God.
He finds them.
Yeah, so he's fixated again on a group.
He's fixated on them specifically.
Yeah, which was exactly the same as before, as he'd fixated on his neighbours and their family.
And the wife of the neighbour said that she at one point pulled Harry's wife aside and said like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
And she was literally like, I don't know.
Yeah, so she's never seen him off his... I assume she knows about his time.
You'd assume so, but maybe not.
But also might not know about what he did to end up in there. And also he might just be like, I was unwell, but I'm better now.
But he changed his name. She might not have any
Yeah, that is so crazy, isn't it? And then to start seeing him behave like that when she might not have even known about any of it.
She literally says to her, like, I tried to stop him, but he just shouts at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't finish the episode, I ended up falling asleep. But I don't really know what happens with his wife. But basically, on October 15th, 2013, he is arrested at his home in Hall Green. And this is because he waged a campaign of harassment against his next door neighbours. And they were terrified, and they couldn't even go back to their own house because he was... And then he found them.
Yeah, that is so terrifying.
And their young child was really scared and wouldn't even go in places in the house on his own because he was too scared that it was going to
pop up somewhere. Yeah. So damaging to someone's whole life.
So when they searched
also, if he hadn't got arrested again, he probably would have carried on spiraling.
But he would have done it again.
Yeah.
He absolutely... It's literally... I think in the next trial, there's like a judge who basically says this is the exact same pattern.
Yeah, it's the exact
and
same
Jill
pattern.
is in the episode of Nightmare Neighbours.
Yeah.
She keeps her identity hidden,
Yeah.
but she does talk about everything that happens to her. And she literally says he would do the same thing. Like, they would have police at the door at 1 minute past 11, like most nights, because he'd made noise complaints. Like, it's the same
spiraling,
thing
scheduled
all over
things.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they search his home, and he is found to have an improvised bomb.
Oh gosh.
50 homemade bullets, a revolver, and 2 pistols.
See, how's his wife not seeing this?
Yeah. The bomb squad has to be called in to make the house safe.
Yeah.
And
picking up homemade bombs left, right, and centre.
Yeah. So he is then again sent back to a facility indefinitely because they obviously put him out on the condition.
Yeah, on the condition he didn't do anything.
And this time he goes to Ashworth.
And I assume he was off his meds.
You have to assume, but there's not really too much about that.
And also, I guess sometimes it's like meds stop working, or they don't do the same as they used to, or someone is just too strongly then spiraling that it wouldn't work.
It's not a quick fix, is it? It's like it works alongside things.
And you can
like
you can be on meds and you can still have an episode. Yeah.
It's just to help maintain day to day. But if you're not doing anything to try and
he might have been doing really well for a long time.
So it was announced after this trial that there would be a case review. And in the review, it was discovered that there was actually no trace of Harry Street on their police system. And the police, if the police hadn't actually taken the complaint very seriously and decided to do some extra digging, they never would have realised that this man was actually Barry Williams. And
because it's different departments and different... Oh, but he's moved back to Birmingham.
He's moved back to Birmingham.
But the name is
the different name. They haven't been keeping track of him.
Yeah.
So
I assume then at least they've been like, he was in Wales before, and then there's no record of him. So who the fuck is this guy?
Hopefully.
All it takes is someone to just be like, okay, noted.
Yeah. Part of the issue is that like he just fucking disappeared after doing what he did.
Yeah.
After only serving what did I say, 16 years for doing something like that.
Yeah,
and then came back out and then was just let off to go change his fucking name and go somewhere else and start a family and a life. And then if they hadn't realised that he was Barry Williams, that it would have happened to this family.
Surely as well, if you've gone down and changed your name by Depot, you would, or if they were like, why is Barry dropped off our radar? You would then search his name and be like, maybe he's changed his name. Do you know what I mean? So it just must mean that the police were like,
paying attention.
Oh, he's keeping under the radar because we haven't heard anything about him, so therefore he must be being a good boy. Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So he actually died on Christmas Eve 2014, aged reportedly 70, but they're not sure, from a suspected heart attack.
Oh.
And he'd had that while he was at Ashworth, so he never got out again. And that is Barry Williams / Harry Street, aka my non-uncle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But now we need to find out exactly what your mum
we're going to
knows.
see what Alison says about Barry. It was quite a funny text, to be fair.
Yeah,
I literally typed Alison in my phone,
whoa.
like that's what I've called her, not mum. So she said, I'm going to do it in her voice.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, Bab. Oh, he used to babysit for us when we were little and used to take us to the shop to buy pop and chocolate. And he'd let us watch horror movies. He used to have a gun and go to a gun club, but he used to have a Ford Capri and he used to drive down country lanes and shoot at road signs. He had schizophrenia. He was friends with one of the Crays as he was in prison with him. We did go to visit him, and I think that at the time he was in a place that I think was called Park Lane, but could be wrong. I remember one day he was caught. We all went to my nan's. That's my dad's mum.
By the way.
As Barry's mum was Nan's sister. That's how they're related.
Yes, okay.
There you go. Hope you guys are okay. We did see him after he got out as he was at Nan's funeral.
Oh my god. So what does that make him? Like your cousin, but like...
So what did my mum say? He was, sorry, if you're mad at the accent, mum.
I thought that was incredible.
He
potentially my ear.
He was his dad's mum. My mum's dad's mum was... Wait, hold on.
Your mum...
My mum,
Yeah.
her dad,
Yeah.
his mum
mum's sister.
was Barry's mum's sister. Yeah. So they were sisters, and then she was the... So that would make him
her third...
So I think that would make my mum's dad his cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
What does that make into my...
Your third cousin once removed.
Once removed. Yeah, who knows? Who cares?
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. That's the killer in the family.
Yeah,
I think, we wanted to do this. We were like, we'll wait a bit until we're like a little bit further in.
Because I feel like the niche they are.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, the more niche they are, it's like...
We want to do big ones, but we also want to have some smaller ones. And then like, how do you choose what to do when it comes to a smaller one? And I've got a connection.
Yeah.
And I could speak to my mum
about
it. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this podcast, and I don't actually know if I told you this. I did, about Joel.
Oh, yes.
We forgot to mention that our friend, I did tell him I'd say this, our friend, his granddad, was actually questioned in Lynn Bryant's case because he'd sold her a car not long before she was murdered.
Yeah. And he's like a Cornishman.
Yeah. And then he was like, can I get on the pod? And I was like, nah.
He comes on the pod to say, my dad.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it, but he was questioned.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
We will get you all the way from London. Where does he live these
Sheffield
days?
now.
Sheffield now.
Yeah.
We'll get you all the way from Sheffield to come and say that.
Yeah, say that. It'll be around.
Send us a voice
Christmas.
note. We'll clip it, edit it in.
That's a good idea, actually.
No, because he'll say something weird.
He will say something weird. We'll have to cut it. That's us for today.
Yes, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you. You know the drill.
Follow, share,
rate, review.
Yes, give us 5 million stars and comment and share to everyone you know. Follow us on Instagram at
Kill the Mood Pod.
And send us an email.
killthemoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. Oh, and TikTok as well. Follow us on TikTok. It's also Kill the Mood Pod.
Yeah, there are some other platforms that we also have the pod on. Quite a lot of people listen on Spotify, but there are some listeners on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And then there are a couple
More
scattered
ones,
through some other websites. So yeah, listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.
But yeah, if you download them and you rate us, that would be fabulous.
And to be honest, just
so we know that you love us.
Yeah, you love us. And we have got a really cool, like, the app that we use just show us the regions that people are, like, downloading and stuff. And then you can go into, like, specific apps and look at the streams. And our streams on Spotify are really good, which is cool.
Yeah.
And, our regions, I actually was looking at earlier, and, like, our second to obviously UK, which makes sense. But our second biggest is Germany. Germany, which is sick. So if you're listening from Germany, throw us an email maybe.
Yeah, we'll do a German crime.
Yeah, oh my god, there are some...
so fun, yeah.
Yeah, there are some really cool ones. Cool. It's not the right thing to say.
You know what we mean.
You know what we mean.
Interesting.
Interesting is a good way of putting it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll see you very soon. Love you.
Bye. Bye.